Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Did a video recently just asking for some requests, I guess, or ask Rob questions. A couple of them similar to some of the other videos that I've done in the past. I do want to cover a couple things here. So one of them is as far as chemicals. I'll show you some labels and other products and things too there. I want to talk about rust removal right now. So for rust removal, it's pretty straightforward with the vast majority of rust removal. Ideally, you clean the surface first, especially if it's sidewalk that's got rust on it, or brick, or anything else that's very porous. You want to make sure that certainly all the dirt and grime isn't blocking the way for your chemical to hit the surface and interact with the rust and then clean it off. Lots of different products and stuff out there. F9, Rust Remover Plus, oxalic acid, Rust X. Most of the vendors sell F9, and quite frankly, Craig Harrison and his entire team is excellent. I mean, he'll help anybody regardless of what what product they're going to end up using. Obviously, he hopes that you use his, but at the end of the day, it's up to that. I've used, I don't know, 10, 20 gallons of F9. I've used a bunch of Rust Remover Plus. I've got oxalic acid. I've used Rust X. So I've used pretty much any and all of it. My personal favorite right now is Rust Remover Plus. We did just remove it from vinyl fencing and from some stone work on Friday. I love with this rust stuff though that you can buy something for 40 or 50 bucks a gallon, plus your crazy shipping for shipping acid, and turn it into hundreds and hundreds of dollars. He's playing with his trucks and trains now. So yeah, with the Rust Remover Plus, I was actually able to dilute it. 1 gallon Rust Remover Plus, 5 gallon Cambro. So I added 4 gallons of water, and it still cut through it like magic. Some of the other ones can't go quite as diluted, and it's also going to depend on the severity of this thing. This was more light irrigation rust. A lot of square footage of it, and even some of the fencing that looked like it was clean had you're a nut. But yeah, so I mean, if you're doing vinyl, that's the easiest one to remove rust off of. You spray it on, let it sit for a couple seconds, and then whatever, and you'll see it make a big difference. When you're dealing with brick, two big things with brick. Number one, it is going to take longer, and it's going to need to dwell a little bit longer. Sometimes, depending on the severity of it, and this is actually kind of universal. Agitating the mixture on the surface will help work it deeper into the pores, and you're going to get a better result. But also realize that with oxalic acid, or with any of these rust removers, oxalic is the base ingredient in most of them. They may have other stuff in them. But just like oxalic acid will be used to brighten wood, it will brighten concrete, it will brighten brick. So you want to make sure that, the spot that's, a 1 foot circle, or 1 foot square for that matter, don't clean just that 1 foot area. You can do a harder, stronger amount there. Most times you're going to have a little bit of residual around it. So spray in that situation, 2 foot by 2 foot area, and you want to kind of just lighten it a little bit as you go out to those outer areas. That way you don't leave kind of like a negative shadow from where you've removed the rust. The other thing, and just like with a house wash mixture, you want it to work quickly, but you don't want it to be instantaneous. Frank Peters made a video one time just showing Rust Remover Plus in action, And it, you know, I don't know if it was 1-to-1 or if it was just straight, but I mean, it was spray and poof, it was instantly white. That's really great for a demo, but when you're actually using it to do the work, you want it to, you know, spray this section of fence, start spraying the other section of fence, and now, okay, look at it, that first section of fence is almost completely white. I've got a couple of videos of me actually doing that, and you can really see the difference though. If you just give it a few seconds, give it, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, it's still going to work. If it's going instantaneous though, and you're not going to maximize the amount that you can get done out of that chemical, you're going to end up with, you know, you've used a gallon, you know, use what, 4 or 5 gallons of pure stuff versus, you know, 2 gallons of bleach and then a whole lot more, or not, sorry, never put bleach and oxalic acid or rust removers anywhere near each other. But just doing a little bit of it and cutting it pretty substantially, you're still going to be able to clean. It's also going to be less likely to have issues on the grass or anything nearby. And that's something to be up front and early about that with a customer. If you're doing it from sidewalks, this customer, the product that we use, it's an acid. That's the only way to truly get rid of rust stains. It is very possible. We're going to make sure that we're doing everything possible we can to minimize any browning of the grass, but that is something that you just need to be aware of. It is very temporary, and also, you know, when you're doing this, if you spray from the grass at the surface that needs to be cleaned or needs to have the rust removed, you're going to have a lot less overspray than if you're spraying, you know, standing on the sidewalk and going side to side. If instead you're spraying from the grass and you're spraying at the sidewalk, you're going to be able to angle it a little bit better. So just like with anything else, wet down the surrounding areas. Once you're done spraying the product on, you want to then, you know, let it sit for a minute or two. Once it looks like it's all gone, rinse it off. Water, water, water. As I say, dilution is the solution. So, anyways, guys, have a great day. Again, buy whatever rust product, buy a couple of them. You know, depending on the kind of stuff that you're going to be doing, one may be better for you than the others. So, have a great day.